This one's called Clash, Class A versus Class B. And this is an opportunity I'm going to take to say something I really like about the show that I'm not sure if I've talked about before, which is that with a title like this in another shonen, you would expect this to be a filler arc. But the thing with MHA is you never really know if something's filler or not because they do such a good job with the filler. Like in the first 4 seasons, people in the comments told me, "Oh, this arc was filler," but I wouldn't have been able to tell that just by watching the show. Whereas with a lot of other shonen, you can definitely tell in the material that's been taken from the manga and which have not. So I don't think this is probably filler because they clearly wanted to showcase Class B more. They've introduced them to us slowly, and there was the whole training thing, the training camp. So I think this is going to be more of that, and we'll get to see more of their powers in action. Also, Shinso was a big part of the opening, but he's not in Class B, so I'd like to see what's going on there. The dream again, huh?
Sorry, I wanted to show you more, but you're barely using.
This blew my mind how he's actually talking to you now directly.
We're long past the singularity.
And I didn't mention this when this vision first came up, but he mentions we're way beyond the singularity point there. And that's actually an important topic. I don't know how much you remember from season 4, but they actually talked about this with that group of youngsters with all the good powers, that there will be a point in quirk development where the quirks are too powerful for the human body to control. Like eventually there will be a singularity where quirk users won't actually be able to exist anymore because the quirks won't be compatible with humans. So basically what I think the original All for One or a One for All wielder is saying here is that the reason you can't use all of One for All right off the bat is because no one can. Like it's been maxed out too many times now for it to be able to be used by a single person right away. It said All Might had no trouble using the power, but I don't really believe that's the case. I don't think he ever used all of it. And that's because we can see here with these visions, there's stuff that All Might never knew about the power that Deku is going to learn. Oh, we see.
Last instant, I saw the predecessors reaching out to me.
Look at this shot. This is such a good shot. First off, that's the first time we've seen the original's eyes. So that's a good touch. And look how desperate he looks. Look how desperate he looks. And Nana is there, happy. The others seem to be like happy passing along the power. Very cool shot. And they even put in the two shadowy ones who they keep refusing to show us there at the top.
Maybe we'll meet each other again inside of One for All.
Oh, they did.
Hopeful.
Oh, that's one of the best scenes in the show too. Back in that fight, when she says it's his turn and hands him the core so that he can keep fighting. So good. Remember why you clench your fists. There's something deeper in the power here that the show is trying to communicate, but that All Might, I don't think, ever really completely understood until there at the end.
Something like that. The quirk singularity doomsday theory or whatever?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Mix and evolve as they're passed down, which makes some sense.
It's still unclear if you.
I love how the one they showed there is Todoroki.
Something external was at play.
Live? You think that's how it works?
Is that him though? I guess.
Sorry, kid.
It's in the wrong order though. If that's him.
Is as good as mine in this. What's up? It's going to be a busy day.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Aizawa was so intense. He never lets up.
But you got guts.
Look, my winter outfit. Isn't it like super cute? It's
lovely.
I didn't realize that the temperature had dropped.
Are they asking Hagakure if she gets cold because she literally isn't wearing anything? Can't they make like an outfit for her like Mirio's outfit is partially made with his quirks so that it can phase with him? Do they not have a way to make an outfit for Hagakure where her clothes turn invisible, like stay invisible with her? Or she just has to be like, well, we're going naked to every single event.
Dropped so much since we started school, haven't they?
I like the
They've
fur
adapted
collar
just
on
as
him.
we have.
You're a champ.
Talented.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Uraraka, no.
What do we have here? Relax. Come on, Class A. Let's see who's best once and for all.
I like Class B's costumes. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to remember any of their names. Sorry, it's not happening. Dragon Ball looking guy. She's the exchange student, right? His name's Manga and his face is a manga panel.
Switching to the hero track.
Ah, Shinso.
Hitoshi Shinso.
You gotta watch out. Okay, I love this. First off, I love that he's gonna use Aizawa's combat design, but look how tired he looks too. He's even borrowed that from Aizawa. He's been burning the candle from both ends here. He's gonna kick your butts, guys. Watch out.
Thick. Midoriya got brainwashed once, but he snapped out of it.
Midoriya's a little special. AKA the protagonist.
That was honestly kind of an accident, though. Overall, it was when I was under Shinso's control.
It takes your own ego out of it, so you can see them. I bet you that's part of it.
Was the timing coincidental, or was there?
Everyone says that.
It's hard to have his power.
I'm Hitoshi Shinso. I already subscribe to that sort of sport.
Whoa. What if this is he's borrowing a little bit from Aizawa in the combat style, but he's borrowing from present Mike with the mask? Like, what if it amplifies his voice so you can hear him farther away? That would be smart.
Sportsmanship. You wouldn't understand that.
That was rough. Because he doesn't even have a provisional license or anything.
Thanks for having me.
Wow.
Whoa, it's a good mix. Me too.
I like this mushroom head.
41 competitors. Handicap.
I don't know if it's right to call an extra student a handicap while they're standing right there.
Capture a villainous organization. Your team's base camp, you'll find an adorably decorated prison.
Look at that prison.
That will count as a capture.
Oh no.
That thing. It would be draw your lots.
I love the. That team is stacked. You can't put Yo-Yo and Tokoyami on the same team. Hey! Team fun there, except for Mineta.
You'll join one team from each.
Oh, wait a minute. He's on a team with Monomo. Is that his name, Monomo? And that guy can copy quirks. So can he copy Shinso's mind control quirk? That would give them 2 mind controllers on the same team. And it could make it, if you're not thinking about it, you might answer him without realizing that he's got the mind control quirk.
See how he fights. I wonder what new abilities he learned.
How's he flipping the pages?
Is it a date? Stop that. Older men aren't my thing.
Oh, wow.
Which class would you put the odds
Yeah, she's a
on?
crib
Couldn't
robber.
really say. Class A is
50 in numbers, after all.
That seems kind of overpowered. Like, she basically has Invisible Girl's power and all her own frog powers.
Asui's camouflage. If you know where to look, you can still see her.
Heard, but
Okay, it's not as
don't you
good.
think I could just separate from you guys?
Maybe we can set things up so Kaminari and
Protect your
Shinso
nuke.
get to do their things.
Kaminari's the DPS.
Thank you, friends.
Good. We knew you guys would send Cody
He's the class president.
and we planned accordingly. I've trained my quirk and got a new move.
He makes air objects. Yeah.
A solitary cell that won't allow any sound in.
Ooh.
Consider this our win already.
Uh-oh.
The monster's gonna murder me.
He voice changes. You don't even know you're answering him.
Did you get brainwashed? What is that mask?
That's awesome.
Modulator. persona chords.
Yes! Go Shinso! Oh, that's the end? Okay, good episode. We're gonna get like more full introductions to the powers as they go through. We're gonna know more about what each Class B member can actually do. Like we know some of them, like Tetsu, we know his power, but some of them we never really saw at the sports festival or the training. So I'm very interested to see that. And this new voice modulation that Shinso can do, that's real tricky, especially since they didn't know he could do that. And even now that you do know he can do it, that means you're not safe to verbally communicate with your team at all. And you have to plan for that, which makes it really tough, even if you know that you're going to be facing him ahead of time, which you might not. Very nice start off to this arc. I'm excited to see what happens.